Okay, YouTube, I'm going to be going a bit more in depth with this amp. Now, this is part 2 of my Line 6 Fighter 4 gear review. Hopefully you've already watched part 1, and so far, like the amp a lot. I decided to do this just because I saw a lot of good reviews on YouTube that actually made me want to really get this amp, and I'm really glad I did, but it didn't go as into things as I wanted them. So I decided to correct their mistakes via my own videos. Okay, let's jump into this. Okay. This is just a user interface. Get a better picture of that. Okay, the user interface goes all the way up to 16 slots with 4 banks within that slot, or I guess 4 slots within each bank. So if somebody do what 16 times 4 is, I'm not going to do the math. If you want to do that and leave it in a comment, then yeah, I'll give you a special mention in the next video. Okay, right here you have the artist selection. Right now it's on 311. You can cycle through their songs. I don't know how to play anything by them, so I'm not going to. Okay, here you have Albert Lee. No idea who he is. Armor Bang. Not sure who that is either. A lot of these people I'm not sure who they are, just because. Eyes LA Dying. You got Ball Dropper, Big Chugs, Cholo Solo. That makes me laugh. Ash. Don't know who that is. I don't know who a lot of these people are because, well, yeah, I don't know. Some of these are just really funny. I think it's supposed to be Chris Cian Smith. I'm not sure who that's supposed to be either. I'm sorry for Coheed and Cambria. Okay, I somewhat knows who they are. Let's see. Deftones. Okay. The Donnas. Chick Band. F Force 5. I'm not sure that's. I'm not sure who that is. Greg V. Hawthorne Heights. Jobo J. Or Joboj. Hobo? I don't know. But these are just, a lot of the... you got Kill Switch, Juggernaut, Sweet Lead, Mr. Clean, Dirty Bird, and these are all the... Line 6 gathered up a bunch of these artists to ask them to put in their tones for this amp. You got Lincoln Brewster, who plays Jesus music, so good luck with that. Lacuna Coil, not a bad band. I somewhat know who they are. Listen to a few of their songs. Maroon 5, I'm just going to completely skip over. I can't believe they put this in here. I hate Maroon 5 so much. You got Meshuggah. It's supposed to be Peter Paul Anderson. You got B.B. King sitting. B.B. the King, I guess. P.O.D., Phil X. Not sure who that's supposed to be. Riggs, Royal Lush, I don't know. Steve Stevens, the guitarist, or lead guitarist from Billy Idol. You got Rebel Yell, it's the rhythm section. Steve Stevens' own little solo thing. Luscious Clean Tone. Vibro Craze. Back to Rebel Rhythm, so he didn't put in a whole lot. Slipknot was, they brought them in here and did a few of their songs and, just personal settings. Okay, and then here you have the song settings. When you're in song and you see the little decade number, this is what it'll always default to. You can select what decade you want to play through, and it goes from the 1950s to the 2000s. Okay, so for the 1950s, Johnny B. Good. I'm going to demonstrate that because it's a really, really beautiful blues lick for it. And I like playing Johnny B. Good because, well, it's a really fun song to play. I'm not too big into blues, but I just like the way it sounds half the time. And the tone gets really close to Chuck Berry's original. It's really nice. just sounds really nice. Okay, to continue through, I don't know any other songs from the 50s, so we're going to jump ahead into the 1960s. Got Brown Sugar, Karma, Cinnamon Girl, Day Tripper by the Beatles. Let's see, Folsom Prison, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. You Better Give Me Shelter, Hard Day's Night. Hey Joe, Hendrix, Magic Carpet Ride, Red House, Revolution, and Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. And then you have The Wind Cries Mary. Up into the 70s, you have 10 Years Gone, All Right Now, Aqualung, Barracuda by Heart, that's a really good song. The Blue Jean Blues, Brighton Rock, Born to Be Wild, boys, Bridge O' Sighs, I'm not sure. You got Cat Scratch Fever, Ted Nugent. We all like the Nuge, and because we all like the Nuge, I'm going to riff for the Nuge. So Teddy, this goes out to you. Don't sue me for using your song or severely criticize me for butchering it, sorry. There, less than 30 seconds, you can't sue me, I hope. Okay, let's keep going with this while we still have time. Let's see. You got Charlemagne, Comfortably Numb Solo. I don't know how to play that yet, or at least not well enough to put it in a video. You got Dazed and Confused, Frankenstein, Funk 49, Godzilla, Blue Oyster Cult, Heartbreaker. Now this Heartbreaker in the 70s is by Led Zeppelin. The Heartbreaker that you're going to see in the 1980s, that's the one by Pat Benatar. You have the Heartbreaker Solo, Hotel California. You have LaGrange by ZZ Top. Lazy, I'm not sure. Lemon Song, Mississippi Queen, More Than a Feeling, Boston, Won't Get Fooled Again, The Who, No Matter What, One Way Out, Precious, Rock and Roll Lead, Rocky Mountain Way, Roundabout, Shine on Pink, Since I've Been Gone, I'm assuming, I'm not sure. You have Smoke on the Water. I'm not going to play that because I really hate that song because a lot of noobs ruined it badly. You have Stairway, the little lead part. Starship Trooper, Stranglehold, also by the Nuge. Sweet Home Alabama, Sweet Home 2. The Reaper is Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult. So you got Tush, Walk This Way, Aerosmith. You Really Got Me. This is the Van Halen version over the Kinks version from 1964. Let's see, what else do we got here? You got Zappa Solo, ZZ Thanks You, and then you're back to 10 Years Gone. Okay, so before we venture into the 1980s, I would just like to point out that throughout the 70s there have been a lot of influential pieces of music, and I think this amp has captured a very large spectrum of, like just some of the greats that have just been. I can't even think right now, just because I'm still, even now, being able to play over half of these guys' stuff. I mean, I'm still awestruck at it. But they hit the high points of the 70s. They get the really big hits that came through, and there are a lot of different songs in there, so you can learn to your heart's content. Okay, that's going to conclude part 2. In part 3, we're going to be going to the 1980s, so that means big hair and spandex. I'll see you then.